Okay, we're going to go over how to replace battery connectors on a Labquest 3. Please refer to the video on how to replace Labquest 3 screen for how to remove the screen and get to this point. So assuming you watch that, that's where we're at right now. You're just going to remove 4 screws with a Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to gently remove this wire from this connector right here. And then you'll also remove this part from the casing. That just sets right in the edge there. Once you've done that, the board should somewhat easily just pop right out. Just set the case aside. Now, what we're going to be replacing is this piece right here. So, set it up in a vise so you have some leverage to pull this off. What we're going to do is you're going to grab it with pliers. As you can see, there are 3 pads, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the back here. And you're just going to grab it with pliers and hit this with a heat gun. And you're going to very gently just move around because you don't want to burn the board or you don't want to hit these other components. So just don't stay on it too long, keep the heat moving. And yes, you're going to melt the plastic. That's okay. Sometimes this will even come apart in pieces, but that's okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is already getting kind of falling apart a little bit here, but that's okay. We're just gonna make sure we're being gentle and not burning the board or damaging other components, and make sure that this whole piece just comes right off. Okay, so that came off pretty clean. You'll also want to grab some solder wick, and then you'll go in and you'll clean up these pads. And you want to get these 4 pads nice and smooth. Okay, now there's nothing really to hold this in place, so what you want to do, and you want to make sure that you leave enough room so that you can get solder in on the back of this pad to touch the back of this battery connector. So what you really want to do is you want to get this on the board and bring these 3 front connectors almost all the way up to the front. And that way you'll get plenty of room in the back. So with one hand, hold this in place and just hit one of these feet with a little bit of solder just to get it locked into place. That one kind of scooted on me a little bit. Okay, so we're over to the side a little too much. Okay. Okay, we're just about centered here. Okay. Now, you can see I have plenty of room to get solder in right on the back there. So then that's the next thing you'll do. You go in and you just want to get this back pad. Make sure that that flows underneath the battery connector. Once you've done that, you go back in and hit these 3 feet. You hit that first foot again just to make sure it flows, and then that's it. And again, refer to the video on how to replace a Labquest 3 screen for how to reassemble the unit.